It all started like any other quiet evening. The sky was turning dark, and the air was cool and calm. The man, whose name was Adam, had just finished his day at work. He decided to take a short walk near the woods close to his home to clear his mind. He liked the peacefulness there, the soft sound of leaves rustling, and the gentle breeze felt calming after a long day. As Adam walked deeper into the trees, he noticed something unusual. There was a faint light glowing between the branches, soft and blue. Curious, he moved closer, careful not to make noise. The light was coming from a small clearing in the forest that he had never seen before. The air felt different there, almost like it was charged with energy. His heart beat a little faster, but he felt drawn to the light. When he stepped into the clearing, he saw something that he couldn't believe at first. There was a girl standing there, but she was not like any girl he had ever met. Her skin shimmered softly under the light, almost like it was glowing from within. Her eyes were large and deep, shining with colors that shifted like the surface of the ocean. Her hair moved gently, even though there was no breeze. Adam's breath caught in his throat. He blinked, wondering if he was dreaming, but she was real. She looked surprised too, as if she wasn't expecting to see him. She stepped back, trying to cover herself with her hands, because she was not wearing any clothes. Adam quickly looked away, embarrassed and unsure what to do. But before he could say anything, the girl spoke in a voice that was soft but strong. "You can't leave," she said, looking straight at him. Her eyes were serious. "Not yet. You have to bond with me first." Adam's mind raced. What did she mean by bond? Was she some kind of alien? He had heard stories, but he never thought he would meet someone like this. The girl's presence felt both strange and familiar at the same time. She didn't look dangerous, but there was something powerful about her. He wanted to back away, to run from this confusing moment, but his feet wouldn't move. The girl's words held him in place. She explained slowly, "On my world, before we leave or allow others to leave after meeting us, we create a special connection. It is a bond of trust and understanding. Without it, bad things can happen." Adam nodded slowly, still trying to understand. "I don't know what you mean," he said quietly. The girl stepped forward a little, her voice calm now. "I need you to stay, to listen, to understand me. Only then will you be free." Adam looked around the clearing. The blue light was still glowing softly, casting shadows on the trees. The air smelled fresh, but there was a strange hum that he hadn't noticed before. He realized he was not just standing in a forest anymore. He was part of something bigger, something he couldn't explain. He took a deep breath and decided to stay. Fear was there, but curiosity was stronger. This moment was unlike anything in his ordinary life. The girl, who seemed so fragile and yet so strong, watched him carefully. She wasn't smiling, but she didn't look angry either. She just waited. As they stood together in the quiet clearing, Adam noticed details about her he hadn't seen before. Her skin was smooth and cold to the touch when he dared to reach out. Her eyes seemed to hold stories of a faraway place. Her voice carried a melody that felt like it belonged to the stars. For the first time, Adam felt like he was meeting someone truly different, from a world beyond his own. And somehow, this meeting was meant to happen. Adam still felt his heart pounding as he stood in the clearing, the alien girl watching him with calm eyes. She had told him that he couldn't leave until they bonded, but he didn't know what that really meant. He wanted answers, but also felt a strange connection growing between them. The girl took a small step closer. Her voice was gentle but firm as she began to explain. "Where I come from, bonding is very important. It is how we trust each other. It is a connection deeper than words or feelings. It links two beings in a way that keeps us safe." Adam frowned, trying to imagine what she meant. But why me? Why do I need to bond with you? He asked. She looked down for a moment, then back at him. Because you saw me in a moment you were not supposed to. It is a sign. Our meeting is special. If we don't bond, it could cause problems for both of us. Adam's mind raced. He had no idea what kind of problems she meant, but he could. See, she was serious. It was not just about her feelings, but something bigger. He wondered about her world, her people, and what danger might come if they didn't bond. I don't understand your world, Adam said honestly. I don't know how to do this bonding. The girl smiled softly, a little relieved. I will teach you. It is not just something you do with your body. It is about sharing parts of your mind and your spirit. It takes time and trust. Adam felt both scared and curious. He had never believed in anything like this, but here he was, standing with someone from another world, about to learn how to bond with her. The girl reached out her hand. Will you try? She asked. Adam hesitated for a moment, then took her hand. It was cool and smooth, but not cold. The touch sent a strange warmth through him. It was as if her hand was alive with energy. He looked into her eyes and saw a flicker of hope. Over the next few minutes, she began to explain more about the ritual. Bonding, she said, was a way to connect their thoughts and feelings. It would allow them to understand each other without needing many words. She told Adam that her people believed this connection was sacred, like a promise to protect and support each other. As she spoke, Adam noticed the soft light around them growing stronger. The forest seemed to fade away, and for a moment, it felt like they were in a different place, a quiet space inside their minds where no one else could reach them. The alien girl guided him gently. She asked him to close his eyes and focus on his breathing. Adam did as he was told. At first, he felt nervous and unsure, but slowly, he began to relax. She told him to think about a happy memory, something that made him feel safe and calm. Adam thought about his childhood, playing with his younger sister in their garden. He felt the warmth of that memory like a soft light inside him. The girl then asked him to share that feeling with her. Adam imagined sending the warmth out from his heart to hers. To his surprise, he felt a response, like a gentle wave moving from her back to him. It was soft and comforting, unlike anything he had ever experienced. When he opened his eyes, the girl was smiling. "You are doing well," she said. "This is only the beginning." Adam's mind was still trying to catch up with what was happening. He asked, "Will it always feel like this? This warmth?" She nodded. "Yes, the bond creates a link between us. It will grow stronger over time, but it is also fragile. It needs care and honesty." The girl shared more about her people's customs. She told Adam that bonding was used not only for friends or family, but also to protect each other in dangerous times. Without the bond, they could feel lost or vulnerable. She said that sometimes, when bonds are broken, both sides suffer. Adam listened carefully, amazed by the idea that connection could be so deep and real. He thought about his own life, how people often feel lonely or misunderstood. Maybe this bond was something everyone needed, even if they didn't know it. After a while, the girl stood back and said, "Now, you understand why we must bond. You cannot leave until we finish this connection." Adam felt a mix of emotions. Part of him was afraid of being trapped, but another part was drawn to the idea of this special bond. He realized this encounter was not just about him and the alien girl. It was about trust, respect, and opening up to something new. He nodded, slowly, and said, "Okay, I will stay. I want to understand you." The girl's face softened, and she took his hand again. "Thank you," she said simply. As they stood together, the strange light around them continued to glow softly. The night air felt alive with possibility. Adam knew that his life was changing, and that this moment was the start of something he could never have imagined. The night grew darker around them. But the clearing where Adam and the alien girl stood seemed to hold its own quiet light. The blue glow from before now felt warmer and more welcoming, like a small safe space in the vast forest. Adam realized he was no longer just a visitor in this place. He was part of something much bigger. The alien girl looked at him with a softness he had not seen before. She was no longer just a stranger. She was someone sharing a part of herself, something rare and precious. She spoke gently. The bonding process will take time. It is not just about feelings, but also about understanding each other's thoughts and memories. It is a connection between minds. Adam was amazed, but also a little nervous. He wondered how two beings so different could share their minds. "How is that even possible?" he asked quietly. She smiled and said, "It is a gift from my people. We have evolved to connect in this way. It helps us survive and learn from one another. It is not easy, but it is worth it." The girl reached out and touched Adam's forehead lightly. Her touch was cool, but calming. Suddenly, Adam felt a rush of images in his mind, memories from his childhood, moments with his family, times he felt happy and safe. It was strange and wonderful to see these memories as if they were floating in front of him. At the same time, he felt something else, a gentle presence, a feeling of warmth and care. It was as if the girl was sharing her own memories too, though he could not see them as clearly. He understood that bonding meant opening up completely, without fear or secrets. Adam closed his eyes, trying to focus on the connection. He felt the girl's thoughts mingling with his, like two streams of water flowing together. It was a strange feeling, sometimes confusing, sometimes comforting. As the minutes passed, he began to learn more about her. He sensed her loneliness, her hope, and the pain she carried from being far away from her home. She had come to Earth searching for something important, something she could not find alone. Adam felt a new kind of respect for her. She was not just an alien. She was a being with feelings, dreams, and fears, just like him. The girl whispered softly, "Bonding helps us trust. It makes us stronger together. You will see your world differently after this." Adam wanted to believe her. He wanted to understand what she meant, but he was still afraid. What if this connection changed him forever? What if he could never go back to his old life? The girl seemed to sense his worry and took his hands in hers again. "You are not alone," she said kindly. "I will be with you every step." With that, the forest around them seemed to pulse with energy. Adam felt his mind opening, his heart beating faster. The bond was growing stronger. Suddenly he saw a flash of a different place, a bright, starry sky with strange planets and glowing cities. He realized these were the girl's memories, her home far from Earth. The vision was beautiful but also lonely. He felt a pang of sadness for her. When the vision faded, Adam found himself back in the clearing. He looked at the girl, who smiled gently. "Now you know a little of where I come from." Adam nodded slowly. He felt a new connection, not just to the girl, but to a whole new world. The girl then explained that the bond was more than just sharing memories. It was also about sharing feelings. She asked Adam to focus on what he was feeling right now, the nervousness, the hope, the fear. He did, and the feelings seemed to grow brighter inside him. He then imagined sending those feelings to her, as a gift. To his surprise, she responded in kind, sending warmth back to him. The exchange was like a dance of light between their hearts. Adam felt tears in his eyes, not from sadness, but from the beauty of this moment. He had never felt anything like it before. As the night went on, the bond deepened. The girl told him stories of her people, their history, and their hopes for peace. She said she came to Earth because she believed humans, and her people could learn from each other. Adam listened, fascinated. He began to see the world through new eyes, a place full of mysteries and possibilities. For the first time, he felt connected not just to the girl, but to something larger, a shared destiny. As dawn approached, Adam realized the bond was no longer just a promise. It was real. It tied them together in ways words could not explain. He looked at the girl and smiled. "I'm ready to keep going," he said quietly. She nodded, her eyes shining with gratitude. "We will walk this path together." The forest around them grew brighter as the first rays of sunlight broke through the trees. Adam felt a calmness inside, mixed with excitement for what was to come. He knew this was just the beginning of an incredible journey, a journey that would change his life forever. As the days passed, Adam and the alien girl grew closer through their bond. The connection between them was no longer just about memories or feelings. It had become something deeper, almost like a bridge between two worlds. But with this new closeness came new challenges. Adam still lived his normal life during the day, but his mind was never far from the girl and the strange bond they shared. He tried to explain the situation to his closest friends, but no one believed him. They thought he was joking or imagining things. This made Adam feel lonely in a new way. He wanted to share his experience, but it was too strange, too unbelievable. Meanwhile, the alien girl faced her own difficulties. She was far from home, in a world that was unfamiliar and sometimes frightening. She trusted Adam, but she also worried about what would happen if others discovered her. Her people were very private about bonding and their connections, and revealing herself could bring danger. One evening, when Adam returned to the clearing, the girl looked worried. "There are things you must know," she said quietly. "Bonding is not just a gift. It is also a responsibility. Sometimes those who do not understand can try to separate us." Adam looked at her with concern. "What do you mean? Who would want to do that?" She explained that there were forces in her world, and sometimes in his, that feared the power of bonding. These forces believed that connecting with others from different worlds could bring problems. They wanted to keep their people safe by avoiding contact. Adam felt a chill. He thought about the stories he had heard, about fear, misunderstanding, and conflict. He realized that the bond between them was fragile. It could be broken if people did not accept it, or if fear took over. Despite the challenges, Adam was determined to protect the bond. He told the girl, "I want to help you. I want to learn more and keep our connection strong." The girl smiled, relieved. She said, "We will need trust and courage. The bond grows stronger when we face challenges together." As they continued to meet, the girl shared more of her story. She told Adam about her mission on Earth, why she had come so far from her home among the stars. She explained that her people hoped to build friendships with humans, to share knowledge and help each other. Adam listened carefully. He began to see how important their connection was, not just for them, but for the future of both worlds. The bond they shared was a symbol of hope, a sign that understanding was possible even between the most different beings. But not everyone saw it that way. One day, while Adam was at work, he felt a sudden sharp pain in his chest. It was as if something was trying to pull the bond apart. He closed his eyes and focused on the connection with the girl. He felt her presence, calm and steady, reaching out to him. Later, when he met her in the clearing, he told her about the pain. She nodded gravely and said, "This is the warning. Forces that do not want us to be connected are trying to interfere." Adam felt fear but also determination. He said, "We can't let them win." The girl took his hands and said, "Our bond is stronger than fear. Together, we will protect it." They decided to be more careful. Adam kept their meeting secret, and the girl taught him ways to strengthen the connection through meditation and trust exercises. They learned to share thoughts and feelings more clearly, helping to guard their bond from outside harm. Through this process, Adam discovered a new strength within himself. He learned to face uncertainty with courage. The alien girl became not only a friend but a teacher, guiding him through a world of mysteries he had never imagined. One night, as they sat together beneath the stars, Adam asked, "Do you think people on Earth will ever understand bonding like you do?" She looked up at the sky and smiled softly. "One day, yes. But first, they must learn to open their hearts and minds. It will take time." Adam nodded, feeling hope. He realized that his journey was more than just a strange encounter. It was a chance to change how people saw each other, even across the universe. As dawn approached, they stood side by side, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The bond between them was a light in the darkness, a promise that even the greatest differences could be bridged by trust and understanding. Adam knew that the road would not be easy, but with the alien girl beside him, he felt ready to keep moving forward, step by step, into the unknown. Time passed, and the bond between Adam and the alien girl grew stronger every day. They had faced challenges and doubts, but through it all, their connection became something more than either had expected. It was no longer just a strange experience. It was a deep friendship, built on trust and understanding. One morning, as the sun rose, the girl looked at Adam with a serious expression. "The time has come," she said softly. "You must decide now. You can return to your life as it was before, or you can stay with me and continue our bond fully." Adam's heart beat fast. He had never imagined this moment would come so soon. He thought about everything he had learned, all the emotions and memories they had shared. The bond had changed him in ways he couldn't explain. He felt more alive, more connected, not just to her, but to the world around him. But he also thought about his family, his friends, and the life he knew. Would he be able to live between two worlds? Could he keep this secret and still be himself? He looked into the girl's eyes, and she seemed to understand. "There is no right or wrong choice," she said gently. "Only what feels true for you." Adam took a deep breath. He realized that the bond was not a chain, but a bridge, something that could connect two very different worlds without losing either one. "I want to stay connected," he said finally, "but I also want to keep my life here. I want to learn how to live in both worlds." The girl smiled, her eyes shining with warmth. "That is a wise choice. The bond will help you grow, but you must always stay true to yourself." Over the next days, Adam and the girl worked on balancing their worlds. He learned how to open his mind to the bond when he needed to feel close to her, and how to focus on his daily life when he needed peace. The connection became a source of strength and comfort, not a burden. Together, they dreamed of a future where humans and her people could meet without fear, where bonding was a way to bring peace and understanding to both worlds. One afternoon, as they sat by a river, Adam asked, "Do you think people will ever believe our story?" The girl laughed softly. "Some may never believe, but others will, and that is enough. Change begins with those who are willing to listen." Adam smiled, feeling hope. He knew their journey was only beginning. There would be challenges ahead, but with the bond between them, he felt ready. As the sun set, they stood together, looking at the sky filled with stars. The alien girl reached out and held Adam's hand, a simple gesture full of meaning. In that quiet moment, Adam understood that the bond was more than a connection. It was a promise to protect, to learn, and to face the future together no matter what it held. His life had changed forever, and though the path was unknown, he was not afraid, because he was not alone.